It's after 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Right now on Fox 5 News.
The Yankees take Game 1 in the American League Championship Series. We'll take you live to the Bronx for reaction just ahead. But first, it's cold and wet out there. And are we in for a total washout this weekend? Could all this wet weather put tomorrow's Yankee game in jeopardy? Good evening, everybody. I'm Dari Alexander. Ernie is off tonight. A nasty nor'easter dumped heavy rains, causing flooding around the area, and it may get worse before it gets better. Let's check in with New York Weather Authority Nick Gregory for the forecast. Nikki.
Well, Dari, storm number 1 is gone. Storm number 2 on its way. In between, just a bit of drizzle and a little shower activity from time to time. We're able to get the game in tonight at the stadium, but tomorrow night's game is going to be trouble because we'll be back in the threat of some heavier rain at that point. Right now, though, you can see again just a little drizzle, a couple of snowflakes mixing in over the higher terrain to the northwest, particularly as you get into central parts of Pennsylvania. But the next storm again is still developing off to the south. And with that, we have another shot at some coastal flooding. Let's go to the weather graphics here, and I'll show you that coastal flood warning now. Back up for the Jersey Shore. This basically expires tomorrow around midday all the way down into Ocean County. That's one issue. Then a coastal flood watch and a coastal flood advisory is up for Long Island into the New York City area. That's basically into Sunday. And we have that coastal flooded watch that goes down along the Jersey Shore on into Sunday. And look at this, a winter storm watch, northwest New Jersey on a bit of the Poconos as we wait to see some wet snow develop again in the higher terrain. So for tonight, showers of drizzle, breezy and cold, 33 in the chillier suburbs, about 40 in town. Morning drizzle, but then a steadier rain by later in the day that could turn into some wet snow over the higher terrain, basically into the 40s. So tomorrow night's game 2 at 7:57, first pitch. They could be into some heavier rain then, and a chilly day again with only low and middle 40s at game time. I'll tell you how much of this rain will last into Sunday coming up in a bit. Dari?
All right, Nikki, thank you. A man known for leading people to the spiritual and financial help is the focus of a homicide investigation tonight. 2 people died earlier this month in Arizona during a sweat lodge ceremony led by James Arthur Ray. Now, one of those people is 38-year-old Kirby Brown of Orange County, New York. Her family said that she was in, quote, top shape before the ceremony. 19 others were hospitalized. It's still unclear whether yesterday's balloon scare was actually a stunt. Word tonight, the family of that little boy believed to be inside at the time will be interviewed by officials again, and the rescue effort could reportedly cost $2 million. Fox 5's Barbara Nevins-Taylor with the story.
Another busy day for Balloon Boy and his family. 6-year-old Falcon threw up during interviews on Good Morning America and the Today Show.
He was referring to.
Earlier, a family appearance on CNN raised new questions.
Did you hear us calling your name at any time?
Investigators are taking a second look and re-interviewing Falcon. That's because during the TV interview, he said he hid in a box in the attic for the show. All the while, law enforcement officials were chasing the out-of-control balloon, thinking the little boy was inside. Listen to what he said.
We did this for the show.
But the local sheriff still questions whether it was a hoax.
This boy is very hyperactive, to say the least. The suggestion to us that perhaps this boy had been coached or coaxed by his parents to hide and remain still in this attic for 5 hours just seems inconceivable.
Yet parents Richard and Mayumi Heaney, who describe themselves as storm chasers, have a reputation for chasing publicity. They appeared twice on the reality show Wife Swap, and they weren't exactly sweet.
I only have one word to say. Loser!
The Heaney's parenting skills are now in question. Social workers in Fort Collins, Colorado are investigating to make sure that Falcon and his 2 brothers are in a safe environment. And in Trumbull, Connecticut, one of the wives who'd been on the Wife Swap show with the Heaneys spoke exclusively to our Tiwa Chang about her ongoing concern.
Ever since I had an experience with the Heaney family, I have been concerned for the welfare of the boys, and I'm just thrilled to know that Falky's okay.
So while everyone is happy that Falcon is safe, it is possible that criminal charges could be brought against his parents for making a false report. If convicted, they'd be responsible for paying for the costs of that dramatic search. Barbara Nevins-Taylor, Fox 5 News.
Public employees who will be giving out flu shots in New York can't be forced to get the vaccines themselves, at least for now. A judge has granted a temporary restraining order blocking an emergency regulation ordering workers to be vaccinated or risk disciplinary action. Now, the Public Employees Federation is suing to have the policy overturned. The union says its members are encouraged to get flu shots, but that shouldn't be a condition of employment.
I don't feel like it should be mandated. This is something that should be free will. It's something that hasn't been out long enough for us to really know what's going on with it.
A court hearing on the regulation is scheduled for October 30th. Well, you just watched it all happen right here on Fox 5. The Yankees taking Game 1 4-1, and Fox 5's Dick Brennan is with the fans who are obviously celebrating tonight. Dick?
You betcha, Derry. You know, it wasn't weather-wise a great night for baseball, but for the Yankees, it certainly was. Now, the fans, when they went into the stadium, well, they were very confident of victory. Coming out, there was almost like a sigh of relief because of the last few years of worries and getting knocked out early. But now, 1 victory against the Angels and 3 more to go.
This is it. This is our year.
Right, Yankees, baby.
That's why we're here.
CC was good, threw good pitches, had good innings.
Yankee fans had reason to celebrate their big victory in Game 1 over the Angels.
They got their base hits, their singles, their doubles, and they were aggressive on the base paths.
We're just going right to the World Series, and we're going to take it against Torrey, and we're taking number 27 this year. I am confident in my Bombers.
Fans are so sure of themselves, some are looking forward to the next series.
The way I'm saying it, I think they'll be facing the Dodgers.
Oh, the Dodgers. What about you?
Same thing with him.
At game time, the weather was raw, rainy, and windy, and some people decided to make interesting fashion statements.
I swear to God, I am actually quite a small person underneath all this, but I'll be warm.
You will be warm.
I will be warm.
The Yankees will play again tomorrow night, when the weather could be worse, but fans will turn out to cheer in any language.
Go win! Yankees! Yankees! Alabao! Alabao! Alabim bomba! Yankees! Yankees! Ra, ra, ra!
Those guys say they came all the way from Mexico City, and they certainly put on a show. Now, if you're coming out tomorrow night, it's going to be worse, they say. The rain is going to be heavier. So really bundle up, because inside that stadium, the winds were very strong. It was very chilly, but a Yankee victory warmed a lot of folks. That's the latest from Yankee Stadium. Back to you, Derry.
All right, definitely some warm hearts out there, Dick. Thanks. Fox 5 will be with the Yankees all the way through the championship chase. Stay with us for continuing coverage and get updates online, myfoxny.com. And while you're there, upload your best Yankee fan photo, and it may be featured on the news. All right, frightening video of a mother's worst nightmare. What happened when her stroller, look at that, rolled onto train tracks next? And the candidates for New Jersey governor square off for their final debate. The hot topics get personal coming up.
Have you seen Good Day lately?
Hit it, foreigner.
I kissed Jude Law.
I can do the news like this.
You're on TV.
Oh, hi. I wish I was more mature back then.
Back then.
Go Yankees!
And Monday, R&B star Trey Songz performs, plus the world's fastest violinist on Good Day New York. Fox 5 News, brought to you by ChevyOffers.com.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and that means full-size deals on full-size trucks. Like Silverado, backed by America's best coverage. And with the lowest cost of ownership of any full-size pickup, it's America's best value, too. Now, during Chevy Truck Month, get 0% APR for 60 months or $6,000 total cash back on select 2009 Silverado vehicles in stock.
Find your nearest dealer at ChevyOffers.com.
So, heading to the doctor? Yeah.
You gonna ask him this time?
About what? Our erectile dysfunction. Shh, no, I don't want to talk about it. Look, you're not alone. Millions of men with ED have talked to their doctors. I don't know. We can do this. Okay.
Talking to your doctor about ED may be the last thing you want to do, but it's definitely a conversation worth having. 20 million men have had their Viagra talk. When you're ready for yours, you'll find helpful tips on talking to your doctor at Viagra.com. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Don't take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. Talk to your doctor today and ask if Viagra is right for you.
Lease a 2010 Jaguar XF for $599 at your tri-state area Jaguar dealer.
Check out this wild video out of Australia. A baby carriage rolls, there it goes, off the platform right in front of the path of a train. Amazingly, the baby was not seriously hurt thanks to safety restraints. Now, the engineer hit the brakes, but the stroller was pushed about 130 feet along the tracks. Police say there's nothing to suggest that the mom did anything wrong other than being distracted for just a few seconds, but that video is certainly frightening. Well, Fox wants to see your creative side, and a big blow for Bank of America. Neil Cavuto with your World Business Report.
Arrests from the rally, the Dow falling 67 points today, still gaining more than 130 on the week. Bank of America posting more than a $2 billion quarterly loss, but revenues did increase because of that Merrill Lynch acquisition. General Electric reporting a $2.5 billion quarterly profit. GE sees its overall sales diving 20% and falling well shy of estimates. Gas and oil on the rise. Oil now close to $79 a barrel. That's the highest price we've seen in a year, and gas is now back above $2.50 a gallon for the first time in 3 weeks. But gasoline is still more than 50 cents a gallon cheaper than it was this time last year. And Fox launching a Create a Character contest for The Simpsons. The show's animators will draw the winning character, and then it'll appear on the show next year. It's all part of The Simpsons' 20th anniversary celebration. That's business. I'm Neil Cavuto.
Well, get ready for a wet game Saturday. Nick Gregory has your forecast coming up. Also, property taxes, political corruption, and one candidate's weight. Just a few topics that sparked a fiery debate in the race for New Jersey governor. That's next.
I'm in Craig with Hilary Swank. The transformation she had to make to become Amelia, coming up.
On the next Dr. Oz show.
The #1 shocking secret your teen is keeping from you.
Teen sex, the alarming truth.
Monday at 3 on Fox 5. Closed captioning brought to you by Lexus.
This is liberation through acceleration. This is the Lexus IS line. At your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Lexus dealer.
On DVD and Blu-ray.
The first Witwicky ever to go to college.
Look what I found. It's your little baby booties.
You're gonna be okay, Ma. Welcome to Astronomy 101.
What do we know about space?
From director Michael Bay. This Tuesday.
Freaky, right?
Bring their world home to yours. Transformers on DVD and Blu-ray Tuesday, October 20th.
I cannot live with a psychotic alien in my garage.
John Corzine promised to cut our property taxes. Instead, he gave us the highest tax burden in the country. Now, Corzine admits he's willing to raise taxes even more. John Corzine, his negative ads can't hide his failed record.
Here's exactly what I'll do as governor. I'll cut spending and end the special interest giveaways. I'll cut taxes and restore your property tax rebates. I'll bring good jobs back to New Jersey, not chase them to other states. And I'll make sure all of our children get the education they deserve.
Hand in hand and from ear to ear. That's how we measure worth it.
This fall, get a 4th night free. Save big on non-stop flights aboard Cayman Airways and enjoy other great deals. Book with any American Express card and receive a $200 gift check at check-in. Call 1-800-247-9900.
The Cayman Islands.
All new. She's the feisty actress that got her start on Soul Train. Rosie Perez.
Monday morning at 10 on Fox 5.
That we all worked together and came as a team and saved a man's life.
A group of New York's finest pull off an amazing rescue near the A train tonight. The NYPD says that a 50-year-old man was in cardiac arrest at the Columbus Circle subway stop. The officers got the call and rushed to the scene with a defibrillator. And with the help of a civilian doctor and retired EMS worker, well, they were able to shock the man back to life. He was taken to the hospital and is in stable condition. You Decide 2009, the 3 men vying to be governor of New Jersey faced off tonight in their second and final debate before Election Day. Fox 5's Mike Gilliam was there for the fireworks.
The candidates, Governor John Corzine, Republican Chris Christie, and Independent Chris Daggett, began the evening with a cordial handshake. But Christie and Daggett came out swinging on toll increases and tax hikes.
We have to get better and convince the people of the state of New Jersey that we're responsible fiscal stewards of the money we already have. They're not convinced.
I'm going to buy you a calculator, Mr. Christie, because your numbers don't add up. They never add up. No plan at all.
Christie slapped back on jobs creation.
I'd be more than happy to take Mr. Daggett's calculator. I'm going to get you a dictionary, Mr. Daggett, because only you can take a $4 billion tax increase and call it a tax cut.
Christie also bristled over negative ads taking aim at his weight.
Now, I don't know what that has to do with being governor of New Jersey. And the worst part of it is, I don't know why the governor just won't admit that that's exactly what he and his staff have been doing. Didn't bother me when I was U.S. attorney and put all those people in jail, and it won't bother me to be an active governor. I'm waiting to get off that subject.
I don't care a hoot about Mr. Christie's weight. I do care about what matters for the people of the state of New Jersey.
Their campaigning only serves to suppress votes because it turns people off, makes them cynical about the system.
On education, Christie and Daggett say they'd support vouchers and charter schools, while Corzine said no to vouchers. All 3 said no to gambling in the Meadowlands to protect Atlantic City. Corzine called for mandates for preventive health care. Daggett and Christie did not. This was the final televised debate, but expect to see lots of political advertisements and candidates trying to connect with voters in person as we head to Election Day, which is just 18 days away. Mike Gilliam, Fox 5 News.
All right, well, the weather didn't hamper tonight's game, but there's always tomorrow's game, of course.
And that's going to be the bigger problem because I was pretty optimistic we'd get that game in tonight because there's just going to be some drizzle out there. And that's what we've seen, Derry. But tomorrow night, it's storm number 2 coming our way. Here comes the rain. And at that point, it could be heavy at times, too. So we'll have to watch that closely. Right now, Fox 5 Sky Guardian 3D is showing not much going on. Again, a little light shower activity coming in from the west, or a little bit of drizzle. A couple of wet snowflakes are going to mix in over the higher train north and west. But the bigger deal will come later tomorrow when that storm makes the move again, or develops really right about in here, right off the Delmarva Peninsula, and brings that swath of rain right back on in here. All right, let's talk about today. Well, another chilly day, not out of the mid-40s. 46 was the high as we look at the weather graphics here. 37 the low this morning. So it was a chill out there for sure. About 0.05 of an inch of rain. 7:09, the sunrise going down at 6:12, but you won't see it tomorrow. Clouds, a little light rain and drizzle now. 44 winds out of the east-northeast, and it's still gusty, and that will also continue to tomorrow. Pressure that's still rising as that first storm moves away, but again, we wait for the second storm. 37 Monticello, that's about the warmest they've been all day. Poughkeepsie 39, mid-40s onto Long Island, also down into the Jersey Shore. So these temperatures actually about the warmest that they've been all day. They'll fall back just a little bit as we go on in through the evening. Let's go to Northwest Jersey. 1 to 2 inches of snow over the higher peaks there in High Point State Park. 42 at Mount Hope. 45 Piscataway. Nutley coming in at 44. Just clouds and a little drizzle from time to time. So the whole Northeast into the chill. 30s to Buffalo to Albany. 40s Boston to Philadelphia. And again, we see the departing storm here on the close-up satellite photograph. That is moving along. Just this little bit of light rain and drizzle that will continue tonight. But the second storm will get formed as we take a look at the weather graphics here. Basically because we have this jet stream that is still dipping down to our south. So the first storm be carried up towards the Canadian Maritimes. The second storm will form here, and that will lock in this northeasterly airflow and bring in that threat of some heavy rainfall at some point, if not later tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. Can't quite see it here on the Futurecast. It's not really reflecting that heavier rain, but I think it will be there tomorrow night through Sunday morning, then diminishing to light rain or drizzle as we get on into Sunday afternoon, but still damp for Sunday into Sunday night. Coastal flood warning, that goes up again as we head on into tomorrow, so keep that in mind. That's for the Jersey Shore. Coastal flood advisory, that's for Long Island on and towards southern Connecticut, and a coastal flood watch that goes for later tomorrow on into Sunday again for the Jersey Shore. Winter storm watch, northwest New Jersey up to Sullivan County in towards the northeastern part of Pennsylvania. Potentially 1 to 3 inches of snow in some of those spots, basically above the 1,000-foot mark. Good color coming in from the Poconos into the Catskills, though. Still peak conditions about a week away. It's past peak as you get on into northern New England. All right, our forecast, showers or drizzle. That'll be the story overnight. Kind of cold, 40 in town, 33 some suburbs. Morning drizzle, but then that rain becoming steadier late in the day. That wet snow north and west, 46 the high. And here's the 7-day, showing light rain or rain diminishing to light rain by Sunday afternoon. Still breezy at 49, but nice turnaround, Derry. 55 Monday, 60s as we head beyond that into next week. So enjoy that when it gets here.
Something to look forward to, Nikki. Thank you. In entertainment news tonight, Hilary Swank's career is set to take off once again. The Oscar winner is taking on the role of Amelia Earhart in a new biopic. Fox 5's Ann Craig caught up with the star to talk about the film.
Amelia Earhart was a legendary aviation pioneer, known for flirting with danger and capturing America's heart. Now, Hilary Swank is in the pilot seat as Amelia.
Miss Amelia Earhart, why do you want to fly?
I want to be free. Two-time Oscar Award winner Hilary Swank takes to the skies as Amelia Earhart.
You know, this was a woman who made no apologies for living her life the way she wanted. She pursued her dreams, her passions.
After this round-the-world flight, Miss Earhart, are you going to give up long-distance flying?
Not while there's still life left in me.
The bold adventurer refused to see limits and became a symbol of the American spirit, setting flight records and gaining unparalleled celebrity status.
I mean, I think Amelia was ahead of her time in the 20s and the 30s in which she lived, and I think if she lived now, she'd still be ahead of her time.
To be authentic to the icon Amelia was, Hilary took flying lessons and piloted in scenes alone.
And I'm not a big sweater, but I would find after a 2-hour flight lesson, I would land and my back was drenched.
And to look like Earhart, Hilary dyed her hair blonde and cut it short. Haircuts are good when it comes to the Oscars, but...
Boys Don't Cry, I cut my hair off. It kind of leaves me in a perpetual state of bad hair days for years to come.
That's what hats are for, and look at this cool leather bomber cap and coat, and an AE jumpsuit just like Amelia's. Hilary is donating these movie props to the Amelia Earhart Birthplace Museum.
I understand the danger. I can handle it.
And much like the aviatrix, Hilary says she's a true daredevil.
I'm thinking of going to swim with sharks.
Okay, guys, I have not seen this movie yet, but I'm betting it's going to be aces. I mean, come on, you add in two hotties like Richard Gere and Ewan McGregor, and then all that legendary girl power, this movie is sure to take off. It opens October 23rd. I'm Ann Craig, Fox 5 News.
All right, game one of the ALCS is in the books. Yankees-Angels highlights when we come back.
Fox 5 News brought to you by Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet?
With Capital One Bank's free checking with rewards, me and my mates earn rewards just for everyday banking. Like writing checks. And taking money out at the bank.
92, 31, 40.
Getting cash from the drive-thru earns us rewards. Our small business account earns us rewards too.
Nah.
It's free checking with rewards at Capital One Bank.
What's in your wallet?
The good news continues during Hyundai's Extra Sales event. First, we made news with Hyundai Assurance. Now Elantra is making news. Named J.D. Power's highest-ranked compact car in initial quality. Elantra comes with extra big savings, along with the extra coverage of America's best warranty. And better fuel economy so you can go the extra mile. Good news, great deals. Hurry to your Hyundai dealer. Extra incentive. Get $2,000 cash back on the Elantra. Hurry, offer ends November 2nd.
At some point, a car ceases to be just a car and becomes an old friend. And no one cares for your friend like your local AMCO guys. Our technicians are experts in everything from tune-ups to transmissions. So whether your odometer's reached a new milestone or your brakes are squealing, bring your old friend into AMCO. People who know, call 1-800-GO-AMCO. Come in now for our free brake inspection, only at AMCO. AA MCO.
Everyone needs a good night's sleep. It's proven. That's why finding the ideal mattress is so important. So choose well. Choose Sleepy's. We've shopped our competitors so you don't have to. Then we mark down every Sealy Posturepedic, Simmons Beauty Rest, and Serta Perfect Sleeper, at least 20% below the competition. So in these uncertain times, you can be certain of this. At Sleepy's, you'll always get the very best mattress at the very best price. And with over 700 convenient locations, chances are there's a Sleepy's right around the corner.
How much will Bill Thompson cost you? As head of the old Board of Ed, Thompson was missing in action while billions were wasted. As controller, the Times reports Thompson gave millions in contracts to people who donated to his campaign. As mayor, Thompson has proposed more than $4 billion in new spending with no way to pay for it. Well, maybe one way.
So tax increases should probably be done across the board.
Bill Thompson, he cost you before. He'll cost you as mayor.
Hello and welcome to the South Bronx. We're just outside Yankee Stadium. Yankees with an impressive 4-1 win tonight. They got great starting pitching out of CC Sabathia, a well spread out offensive attack, and they played some great defense as well. The Angels, however, did not play great defense tonight. Let's show you the highlights. Pick it up. Bottom of the first inning, Hideki Matsui at the plate, and he's going to pop one up. Now this should be an easy play for the shortstop, Ibar, but he and the third baseman let it fall in. A run scores. That makes it 2-1 Yankees, and that was more than enough for CC Sabathia. He went 8 innings tonight, gave up just 1 run. He is now 2-0 in the postseason. Yankees win 4-1 after the game. Sabathia at the podium.
I feel fine. You know, I feel great. Like I said, I had a lot of off days in August and September. You know, so I feel fine physically, but you know, it was a great feeling to have, you know, the stadium rocking and to be chanting my name and to be able to get a strikeout. You know, I was pretty pumped up. I don't really show a lot of emotion a lot of times, but you know, it came out of me right there.
Having a guy like CC, AJ, Pettit, and the strong bullpen that we have, it's allowed us to get to this point, and we're up 1-0 against a very good team. So hopefully tomorrow night AJ shows up and pitches well, and hopefully we can score a few runs off of Saunders.
You know, he seems to, every time out, give us a great opportunity to win. You know, we're going against them. You figure runs are going to be few and far between, but we got just enough for season.
All right, game 2 Saturday night, weather permitting, of course. A.J. Burnett versus Joe Saunders. The pregame show on Fox starts at 7:30, first pitch at 7:57, and we will be with you with a live postgame show right outside Yankee Stadium right after the game. Derry, that's a story live from outside Yankee Stadium where, believe it or not, it actually warmed up a little. Let's send it back to you.
What a good story it was. Thank you, Duke. All right, the highlights.
Yep. The highlights will be a little light rain or drizzle tonight and out the door tomorrow morning, same deal. And then we have a steady rain by late in the day. Tomorrow night's game in jeopardy because that rain could be heavy at times at that point. Then warming up next week.
All right, thanks a lot. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay tuned. The Office is next.